This is Come Dine with Miro.
So Jamie with his gyros, yep, really good, enjoyed it, very filling bit of food that we had there. Just in comparison to some of the others, some of the others in the competition, what I would say is having to sort of make your own lunch, as in pile of meat, pile of a bread, pile of this, pile of that, and I just felt like sort of it were a little bit of a buffet, a bit of a cop out really. If I'm honest, I thought they should have been presented to us in an actual wrap. But soggy chips as well, can't get past them. But good effort to Jamie. I was pleasantly impressed. Very edible. A very edible serving.
Thank you, Jamie, for today's cooking. You've paid loads of attention and detail. Looks like you've put a lot of effort in. The Greek gyros was brilliant. The dessert was nice. For all the effort you put in, I think you're going to get a high score of 8.5. You could have served it in your underpants and got an extra 5.
So just reviewing Jamie's Greek gyros, what we had this week, really good effort, and I think I'm going to go as far as saying I think it's been my favourite yet. Cracking effort, a real range of stuff in there. So we had obviously the Greek chicken, we had halloumi, onion, fries. It was a really good effort and thoroughly enjoyable. Another filling lunch because we had a dessert with it as well. So we were served up watermelon pie, which I must admit is a first for me. A little bit unsure on it. I'm not going to say it's my favourite, but certainly not the worst dessert I've ever had. But really good effort, and I think there was some sweetening going on by serving up the lads half a beer in frozen glasses as well. So definitely a cracking effort by Jamie, and for that I'm going to score him an 8. Well done, Jamie.
For Jamie's gyros, loads of effort, had all the plates set out, brought all the extras, brought beer. He did another one that did a dessert, and I'm going to mark him down for that dessert, so he's going to get an 8 overall.
So a really short and sweet scoring this week for Come Down with Miro. This week is Ryan's turn, and sheer disappointment is the overall feeling through the office, which was quite a surprise. We're expecting quite high things from Ryan, but unfortunately just wasn't delivered. And by not delivered, unfortunately, I mean not delivered at all. We have got some very hungry staff. I must admit, poor Toby's wasting away. He's sort of scavenging about for whatever dinner he can get. He was expecting to come into a nice, warm, hearty meal, and he's sat there wasting away as the poor boy. So if any of the local businesses in the area want to help a young man and his team who are all very hungry from missing out on a dinner, by all means reach out. We'd love to hear from you. On that basis, sorry Ryan, it's a 0.
So, really good come down with me effort from Phil today. Started with made a meal of steak with asparagus on there, some mushrooms, really good sauce as well, really good peppercorn sauce. For me, steak was maybe slightly over, a little bit chewy, and didn't help with the fact I had to use a butter knife to try and cut it. But he made up for it with a nice glass of fizz, which is always nice. The best part for me was the dessert from Phil. Eton mess, just really nice, chocolate running through it as well. The only downside, it was served in a glass and we ate it with a teaspoon, so I couldn't get to the bottom. But other than that, absolute solid effort. I was sort of in between. I know we can't really score half points, but I have done on this one. So Phil gets a 7.5.
Phil, now this was surprising. I mean, we've only just got rid of the smell left behind. I mean, we do very powerful cooker hoods, but heaven griddle there. But steak cooked good. It was good. One comment: you should have rested it instead of just serving it straight into the mash. Obviously, you had one of the blood juices coming out of there, but still, the food was fine. Well, I ate all mine anyway. Nice bit of pepper-coloured sauce served with it. The dessert with the standout bit they made. Anyway, I can't remember what it were, but it were good. Good effort got into that, and yeah, really impressive. Good. It were cooking for probably about 3 hours as well. There were no service calls done, which knocks a point off him. An 8.
So the very last rating for Come Dine with MIRO, it was Phil's time to cook. I'll be honest, really enjoyed it. So mains was steak, which I'll be honest was cooked perfectly for just how I like it. Maybe just needed a bit of a rest before being plated up, but otherwise very good. The mash, the asparagus, the mushrooms, absolutely brilliant. For dessert we had Eat and Mess, again really good. Top marks for effort, Phil. Absolutely can't fault it whatsoever. I absolutely will be coming to yours for tea one evening, just as you've promised. Definitely, what's that? Definitely not being bribed to give Phil a high score. Right, okay, so on that, I'm going to score Phil a 9. I'll put that bribe away.
Phil's steak, absolutely brilliant. Although it's still in my teeth now, 2 weeks later. The Eat and Mess though was absolutely bang on. So for that reason, he's going to get a 7.5.